Welcome to another edition of the Norman Northstars show here on Shaw Cable. I'm your host, Brady Laycock, and this week we'll speak to head coach Glen Laycock about the team's 1-2 road trip down south. We'll do 1 minute with Brady Laycock, and we'll also speak to his father, Glen Laycock, about the upcoming Mascot and Fan Appreciation Night this coming Friday. And here with head coach Glen Laycock. Dustin, a big weekend on the road, and Paul and I had a chance to sort of come along and tag along, and a pretty successful 9-6 win on Friday versus Interlake.
Yep.
How did that game go for you?
You know what, it was pretty exciting. Both teams played really hard. I thought that our guys were really supportive of one another. People in the stands were noticing it. They're coming off, giving each other the pats on the back, and just really offensive. 3 power play goals by Interlake, so that kind of got them back in the game. But all in all, I thought we played really well and really hard for 60 full minutes.
Now, the game on Saturday against Central Plains, a 4-2 loss.
Yep. That one was a little tough. We had a couple things we wanted to key on to start the game. First period, we didn't really do it, and we were down, 2-1 as a result after the first. So we started to get our act back together in the second period. And the third, we had a lot of momentum, a lot of shots on net, but it seemed every time we got going, we'd get thrown in the box. And we finished the game hard again. We had a lot of chances late with the goaltender pulled, just couldn't pull that one out.
And Sunday, the big one against the Winnipeg Wild, who now after the game on Sunday are 21-0 at home, a 7-2 loss.
Yeah, that one was, once again, I thought we played really well. We made some adjustments halfway through the game that I thought helped us in our end and helped us break out a little easier. We started turning the shots around at the halfway point of the game. Aaron played really well for 60 minutes for us in net. And again, another 60-minute effort, and I'm really happy with the way the weekend went, even though we had a 1-2 record.
Offensive and defensive players of the week?
Oh, offensive, Drake got player of the week for the league here, so I'm going to spread it around a bit. We'll give it to Evan Ackerman. He had a lot of points against Interlake and had a solid weekend, we thought. Defensive, most consistent guy for sure was Rick Frechette. He played really well this weekend. He got the hard hat on Friday for the hardest worker. Played an excellent game against the Wild as well, and played solid against Central Plains, so Rick for the defensive.
And upcoming this weekend, games against the Kenora Thistles, 2 of them at home.
Yep. This is going to be a little bit interesting because we've got a couple players in penalty minute trouble. They have a lot of players in penalty minute trouble, so I don't know what they're going to do. We've got the luxury of having our midget double A's here in town that we can dress for Saturday if need be, but Kenora might be pretty short bench depending what they do and how they go about things. And this is who we're playing in the first round of the playoffs, so we're going to want to set the tone for next weekend coming up here and have a solid outing.
And I want to say congratulations on bringing the playoffs back home, and what are your thoughts on the team that was able to do that and pull it together?
Well, thanks, Brad. First, no, it's exciting. We haven't been in this rink. Well, we haven't been in this rink since they built it. We had playoffs in the JB a couple years ago, I think, was the last time we hosted at home. So it'll be nice to bring some playoff hockey back for the fans, and hopefully we can keep it going beyond the first round.
Great, thanks.
No problem, Brad.
You're watching the Northstars show on Shaw TV.
And now it's time for your favorite part of the show, the question or quiz of the week. And last week's winner was Mike Neal of Thompson, who guessed the Norman Northstars mascot. His name is Heisey. And this week's question, who on the roster will be hitting their 100th game mark for the Norman Northstars this year? You can answer either Facebook, Twitter, or email popping up on your screen right now. And what you'll get is a pair of tickets to the upcoming Norman Northstars home playoff games, the weekend of the 17th, Friday and Saturday, against the Kenora Thistles.
Hey, I'm Cole Doak, number 8. I play left wing for your Norman Northstars. I'm from the Paul, Manitoba, went to Scott Bayman, and my favorite NHL player is Sean Avery. Everything got it.
Welcome inside the Norman Northstars dressing room, where we have Glen Laycock, but more importantly, though, the Shaw Bear. Glen's here to talk about, obviously, Mascot night upcoming this weekend.
Yeah, so of course we got Shaw Bear, and we've done this Mascot game I think 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a huge success with the fans. They just loved it. So we're bringing it back. Also, we'll be able to raise a little bit of money for the Northstars. So during the game, it's a 10-minute game. We're going to play a novice team from town. Our mascots this year are going to be the West Can Electrician, A&B Builders Carpenter, Caribou, the BRJ Caribou, the RCMP Bear, the Louis the Lightning Bug from Hydro, and also the Electronosaurus from Hydro. So we've got a good lineup. I don't know if it's one of the strongest lineup. We're missing A&W Root Beer this year, and but what I heard good things about the Shaw Bear, so maybe you can pick up some of the slack from the A&W Root Beer. So we're expecting a fun weekend, and it's bring the kids out because they just love it. We'll have this bear walking around. We'll also have the other mascots walking around handing out candy and meeting the kids and stuff. So it'll be a good time.
Sounds like a great event. Also, fan appreciation is this weekend as well.
Yeah, so that is Friday night, and the first 100 people that show up get a free picture of the Northstars. So that's another neat thing. And 2 big games against the Kenora team. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be playing in the playoffs. So it'll be a good weekend. Friday we're going to also have the alumni shootout, which is something we're starting up. We're going to have D. McKee from last year's team is going to be there, and a couple players to be named later. So that's another thing we're going to start doing, getting some of the alumni back out, and it's going to be a full range of alumni from the first year it started to, like I said, D. McKee played last year. So it's going to be a good event, and hopefully the Shaw Bear shows up and performs.
Now, one quick question for the Shaw Bear. Shaw Bear, if you score a goal, how are you going to celebrate? Give me an example. There you go. That's a celebration. So if he scores, make sure you're here to come out and see it Friday night at 7:30, and same thing Saturday night. Both games at the CN Nesbitt Arena against the Kenora Thistles. 1 minute with forward Brady Laycock. Brady, it's your first season with the Northstars. How's it going overall?
So far it's been all right. I don't have the most amount of points, but overall I think it's gone pretty well.
Now let's get straight into the questions here. Paul, you ready? Your favorite song?
No Sleep by Wiz Khalifa.
Least favorite pizza topping?
Mushrooms.
Any siblings?
2 brothers, Trent and Lance.
And how much better are you at hockey than Trent? This is your chance to gloat in front of the entire Norman region.
I'd say I'm better than him right now, but I'd say in 2 years he'll probably be a better hockey player than me.
Oof, humble. Very nice. Favorite restaurant in Winnipeg?
Olive Garden.
Last movie you watched?
Limitless last night.
Favorite class in school?
Biology.
Favorite off-ice activity?
Lacrosse.
Your favorite teacher? Of all time. Doesn't have to be this year.
I have to say Miss Thompson or Miss Ricketts.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
iPhone or BlackBerry or Android?
Blackberry.
Favorite movie?
I have to go with American Gangster.
Okay, now we're going to ask you this question, but it's in a subcategory. Instead of cleanest teammate, it's cleanest teammate excluding Justin Pollock.
Lodi Ipoli.
And your favorite Munn Cup moment?
Winning Munn Cup my second year at him.
Great, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Well, that's about all the time we have for this week, and I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank head coach Justin Levesque, Brady Laycock, and Glen Laycock for taking some time with us this week. Game times this weekend. I want to see everyone out here supporting the team. Friday night at 7:30 against the Kenora Thistles. Same thing for Saturday night. And Friday night is a special event. It's the Fan Appreciation Night. And Saturday night is Mascot Night. And be sure to stop by the game day table to cast your favorite North Star vote. And this is the table right here, right underneath the Comair sponsor. So make sure you come out, support the team. They'll be playing the Kenora Thistles the weekend after Munn Cup weekend in the first round of the playoffs. See you there.